Ready. So go ahead and start the game. Game number 3 between Sen and Select. Whoever wins this moves on. The other player will be eliminated from the tournament. We're going to find out who that is in just a little bit as the game is now loading.
That it is. Anyone could take this game, Tasteless, but I got to say, I'm feeling Sen after how beautifully he played that game.
All right, over here in the upper right starting location, we have our Terran who played beautifully in that last game. Make some noise for Select. Meanwhile, in the bottom left, we have our Zerg player, perhaps the fan favorite. Make some noise for Sen. Actually, I take that back. I think that was pretty even applause.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I think so, Tasteless. I think so. You know, you have to actually root for both these guys.
Yeah.
They're such nice guys, so high skill, so high manner. I love it.
So high manner indeed.
So high manner.
We have the Overlord scouting out now. Now in this map, you can, you know, there's a lot of different ways you can play it in TVZ. It's pretty easy to hold your expansion with the ramp. And again, like the previous game we saw, it should be a pretty long, dramatic game. Yeah,
I think so. You know, they're very far spots here, and that's going to make it hard to attack each other. But you know, there's some interesting things. There's a lot of ways around, but they're all thin choke points.
Yeah.
So as we get very late in the game, it's going to be pretty easy for Select to actually hold his side of the map. I mean, there's actually, you know, there's 2 ramps, 2 destructible rock paths, and 2 tiny little high grass paths that actually divide the map in half. And all of them are so small that Select could set up little mini outposts and actually cut this map in half extremely easily.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Artosis. Looks like we got a quick hatchery coming up here for Sen. And after that, we're going to have a spawning pool.
You know, I think we're probably going to see reactored Hellions once again from Select. I do not think we will see from Sen the same type of crazy attack he did in the early mid-game. You know, it's really great to mix something like that in, even when you are so good at macro, like Sen is, so good at decision-making as well. To just mix it in makes you all the more dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. The drone now scouting. He will manage to get to Select's entrance over here. But, of course, he's walled in, and there's a Marine here. But, you know, if he does get up that ramp and sees a factory, that would be quite a tell.
Indeed it would.
In this case, he will not.
Normally, as Zerg right now in the current metagame, you can actually just assume a lot of the time that you are going to see reactored Hellions. It's just so common and so popular. And in fact, that's exactly what's going to do. The reactor has started.
So, yeah, reactored Hellions, the way to go here. And the easiest way for those of you trying to learn StarCraft, like how do we know that he's making a reactor and a factory? It's because they're next to each other. You can swap them out really easily.
That is right. Also, the one gas is a pretty good giveaway. There we go, the command center going down. Just such a nice little economy build. In fact, almost every early game TVZ looks exactly like what we're seeing right now.
This is standard TVZ metagame here. The Lings are now moving out. And I'm really excited to get this game going, get this game picking up, because these two guys are both so skilled. And frankly, at this point in time, I really think it could go either way.
Well, you know, how many Hellions will we see out of Select this game? Last game he went 2 and tried to bait Sen into over-defending. Sen did not bite. He did not get hooked. And Sen, well, it looks like this time Select actually going to make some more. And that's smart, because last time you only made 2 and you realized, oh, wow. Sen did not over-counter this.
Yeah.
Unless you want to count the Roach Ling as a counter, which in some ways you might be able to.
I mean, Roaches are pretty good against Hellions in that sense.
But, you know, he's making those extra Hellions right now. What will he end up doing? Oh, he's going Stim right away with it. So this is actually a very standard thing as well. Sometimes we see 4, sometimes we see 6 Hellions with this as you're getting Stim. Just getting that very quick Stim so that you can actually get some aggression on a little bit later, whether it's with Hellion, Medevac, Marine, or just transitioning into regular Marine siege tank play.
All right, the Hellions now moving out, and no, denied. Wow, that was actually a little bit sloppy by Select to actually get this far in and then be like, nah, I'm going to go up the ramp.
Well, the Queens came down. I guess he's like, well, I'm going to juke back there, see if I can get up there before the Queens can react. Did not work out, though.
Unfortunately, it did not. We have more barracks coming up here, and as Artosa said, guys, this is a great Terran versus Zerg build. It's very standard. It's very safe. Oh, he sees everything, though.
That's pretty awesome. He just saw the 3 barracks. He saw the factory lifting off. That Zergling told him all. He knows basically exactly what's going to happen here.
So the, let's see if he gets this Overlord over here. It's always a little bit of an annoying thing. You know what's funny? He knows he's going to lose the Overlord, so he sends it back over here to see if he could spot any more information. That's a smart move by Sen there.
Well, Select is going to start defending. In the meantime, we do have some Roaches on the way, as well as a Baneling Nest. Sen definitely playing a little bit differently this game. And I got to wonder if he's going to try to hit some sort of crazy little timing attack with this. You know, whenever a Zerg makes Roaches, you got to wonder if they're going to turn those into attacking units rather than defense. But we see Sen just piling on the drones over and over and over. In fact, he's already at 45 with even more on the way. His economy is going to eclipse Select's as soon as he takes his 3rd base.
More and more medevacs coming out now. And again, this is just one of these moments where they're going to have to sit back, macro up. They're both preparing. They're both smart. They're saying, well, he's far away and he's good. I can't just attack into him. Sen now taking his 3rd base. And we see the creep spread from Sen. Not bad.
That's right. He's really pushing it a little bit more this game. And, well, Sen taking his 3rd base. The place that he chose to take it, that's normally where we're going to see in these positions on this map in ZVT.
Yeah.
You know, the gold base is great. Yeah, you want to take it. Yeah, he has the Roaches. He could go kill the rocks. But the timing of the base is actually more important than the fact that that's gold.
The Hellions now moving back towards the base. And I do like the one Marauder in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the Roaches. Yeah. You know, it's good.
Absolutely. He also tanks a lot of damage. You know, he's got a lot of surface area and that armor against Zerglings. So always nice to have him out there in front, protecting some of the sides of Marines. Every little thing, Paces, makes a difference.
Absolutely.
Now we do have this sim, as we said before, a Hellion Marine medevac.
I think he's just going to go for the 3rd here.
He may. Might want to clear out some creep tumors first. The creep is getting pretty scary by Sen. Would not be surprised to see that, but this is a good amount of units.
He might be too spread out. He's got to be careful.
I think
but nope, we're going to regroup over here.
And targeting down that Baneling. Beautiful use of the Marauder. Does lose that. And the Queen's even coming down to get in on the fight. A lot of Roaches and Lings coming in here. He's got to remove this. It's, Sen is going to sacrifice this hatchery. Oh, just not in time.
Nice.
And Select picks up and gets out of there.
I had no idea who was actually going to win that when I was watching. Yeah, is he going to get the hatchery? Or
you know, he got that just barely. Sen was coming in right at the end. I think Sen knew. He's like, well, if I attack with this first group of units, he might be able to kill off, then kill the hatchery. Much better to try to just destroy his army. Unfortunately for Sen, though, he is now 2 base against 2 base against Select, and you see Select's supply just catching right up to Sen's.
Yeah, this is definitely going to put Sen in an economic quagmire right now. His creep spread is still pretty good. He's still moving out on the map. But, yeah, Select suffered almost no losses back there, considering the damage they did inflict.
Well, Select kind of walking around, realizing that there are no mutas on the map yet. He can walk around with little groups of units and just pick them up and run away if he needs to. Doesn't bring more than he can pick up in the medevacs. Sen, he has a macro hatch and getting his 3rd once again. So his production is good, but economy-wise, it's 50 drones to 50 SCVs, and you always have to count on the mules as well. So the economy of Select is actually better. He's producing more units, and in fact, he's going to take the gold. And when you
smart.
When you drop mules on that gold base, oh, Sen, you are going to be in so much trouble, my friend.
Now, will he make a planetary here? It's just a command center. So, you know, if he gets an orbital, it's more mules. If he gets a planetary, it's just so unbelievably difficult to kill. What'll it be? Planetary.
Well, Sen right now making a lot of infestors and a ton of Zerglings, teching up to Hive. He's skipping Spire altogether. In fact, he's got over 100 Zerglings right now. In fact, he's going to have 120 before he's done. Getting those 2-2 upgrades right now. This is actually going to be pretty fearsome from Sen, and we might see him trying to do some counterattacks.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing he can do at this point in time. Probably not counterattacking into the planetary, but maybe counterattacking over here. But if you notice, all the good Terrans nowadays make this depot wall. It's depressed right now, but if he needs to, he can just have it raised back up, and it'll be a nice little blockade.
Well, the Zergling's dealing with some drops. Of course, drops still going to be very, very powerful against someone without Mutalisks, without a Spire. And Sen just started 20 drones, so wow, he actually wants to get ahead in economy once again, really fill up that third base. And I expect to see an Ultralisk Cavern going down in a moment here. And there you go. As I say that, it does begin.
All right, some infestors out here, roaches, Zerglings. Looks like Sen may try to take his own gold base. And by the way, I'm really impressed. Sen actually ahead in supply despite all this.
Yeah,
really surprising.
He's macroing like a fiend right now. He really wants to get a ton of units out. And I think what he's going to try to do is just an insane swarming attack upon Select. Maybe catch him unsieged. Maybe do a counterattack if he gets way out of position. He needs to do something like that, though. You know, his upgrades are going to be ahead, but not by enough to just guarantee a victory with maxed army versus maxed army.
Looks like he's decided to maybe push out again. Sieging up the moment he kills that Zergling.
Single Marine trying to take on the swarm.
He's way too ambitious. Hatchery now starting at the gold base. We've seen drops really slow down here for Select. He's actually turtling very heavily.
Yeah, and that's smart. You know, he knows that the bases are equal. All he needs to do is sit there and max out and be cost efficient. If you're mining the same amount as your opponent and you're cost efficient, that means you win.
He's going to try to slip down here. Fungal, very nice.
Ooh, some very good fungals going off, but it looks like he will lose these infestors. Sen running in from the side with those Zerglings, but his infestors far behind right now. Will it matter, though? Sen doing a great job. It looks like Select will barely hold.
Reinforcements are on the way. Remember, the medevac can heal those up with ease. Stimming, moving down. 3 spine crawlers, a few infestors. Will it be enough?
And some beautiful fungals taking out a lot of these units, hurting a lot of them as well. He does have some ultras out, more lings on the way. But I don't know if Sen even has enough larvae to continue to produce as many Zerglings as he wants.
All right, the hatchery, the gold base now completing. Burrow on the way with those 3 Ultralisks out. It makes it pretty tricky for the Marines to do the damage they need. The Marauders are going to have to be a key in holding those Ultralisks off. And note, he's not going to attack into it. Maybe he could win that battle, yes, but he wants to wait until the last second.
Oh, a huge flank with Zerglings, and the infestors coming in right now. He's got to hold down everything, but no, throws up infested Terrans. It looks like he didn't have enough energy for any fungal growth. That's what you need to do against these Marauder balls with Ultras. You hold them still so the Ultras can own them.
Yeah, really nice play there. And the infested Terrans, sadly, will be gone now. We're going to have to see another Terran expansion come up over in this location.